Great, thank you. So the next question will go to Chris first. Within all of your platforms, there have been commitments to things like getting rid of bottled water, hiring new part-time staff, and monthly general meetings, amongst other things. Amidst others. Whatever. What is your understanding of the financial ramifications these promises have on the union? Chris?
Those three specific promises? Sorry, Shannon?
Sorry.
Perfect. Like,
Sorry,
you want us
yes.
to comment on those three specific?
No. On a different note, make sure you're speaking into the mic because people can't hear you. On another note, I'll read it again, and because I don't remember what just happened there. Thank you. Okay. Within your platforms, there have been commitments to things, for example, getting rid of bottled water, hiring new part-time staff, and monthly general meetings. What is your understanding of the financial ramifications your promises have on the union?
Okay. Thanks, Shannon. Obviously, any promise to hire more staff or eliminate profit-generating things like bottled water have a financial effect on the union. I also know as a councillor for the past 2 years that our budget, it often undergoes quite large changes depending upon who's in power and the current, I guess, political sense of the union. We have a lot of flexibility in where we put a lot of our funds, and I know that as president, working with whoever is appointed to be the financial and operations executive will be a great experience, and it's something that, yes, we will have to figure out. And I think that's a problem that affects all of our platforms, where financially, all the details certainly aren't worked out, but they're very possible, and it's just a matter of sitting down with the budget and figuring out how we can change things to make it work.
Perfect. Thank you, Chris. Neil?
I wish I knew what the ramifications were of getting rid of bottled water on campus. It's been difficult to... Sorry, I'm being hand signaled.
Sorry, they can't hear. Also,
okay.
We're going to let you start again, but if maybe we could just remind everyone that this is a debate going on, so although conversations are welcome, please let them be quiet so that people who are here to listen to the debate can hear the debate. Sorry, Neil, go ahead.
Thank you. I wish I knew what the financial ramifications were of changing our food systems right now, because obviously that's something I have a vested interest in. I'm not proposing the growth of any more positions in the union, so that doesn't affect me. It's obviously there are financial ramifications to everything, and Chris is right that every union and whoever a VPFO is will have the responsibility of managing our funds properly, and that goes without saying. But this is not nearly as much a concern with my platform, because I'm not proposing to add any more structure to the union, because I think that we can work with what we have. I think that we have to look at streamlining our process as much as possible, because we don't know what's happening in the next couple of years. We don't know what's going to happen to funding. We don't know where this money is going to come from. We just weathered the first wave of a recession, and we don't know what's coming, quite frankly. So it's in my best interest to put everything on the table. I mean, my own paycheck. Debate it, please, and tell me what you think, because I'm open to suggestions. There's student unions which are run by volunteers. I don't think I could do all the work for no money all year, but I would definitely be open to suggestions, and by all means, I mean, that's what open dialogue is for. So I look forward to that conversation.
Perfect. And Greg?
Essentially, the only major expense that I propose is the online voting system, the online polling system, the online debate forum system, and which shouldn't cost much, considering I propose that we get it built by our very students, and we pay our students rather than some outsourced company to build our websites. I also propose that we create student jobs. Why not run a deficit to, right now, student unemployment is the highest it's been, I think, in Canadian history. And why not create student jobs? Why not create productive things, that students can do? Maybe refit the building, open it up, bring the executive offices downstairs. Why not go out into the community and do some, social entrepreneur work? There's so many opportunities to spend a little bit more and run a non-structural deficit and create so much benefit for our union. And it just seems like the only people that do the spending is, there's a certain amount done by society, but it seems to be our executives taking trips to go, see this official or that official, seems to be, you know, sitting down in committees, pizza and pop, and all these things that, you know, that add up over the year. And in my opinion, we're not getting a bang for our buck, so we might as well spend our money back on our students. And even if our whole union goes broke, well, at least we're giving the money back to the people where it came from, which was us.
Chris, you have an opportunity for a 30-second rebuttal.
Thanks. I'm going to have to agree with Greg in the sense that student unemployment is at the highest it's ever been in Canada. And that's why one of my proposed solutions to the issue of restructuring the executive portfolios is to add more part-time student staff. However, what my main goal behind that is to look at the current commissioner structure we have, which is already 7 students that we hire every year on a part-time basis to do work for the union. I want to sit down, I want to give them actual job descriptions and make sure that they're utilized in a way that's effective for the union, so that we're already working with what we have in a good way. Thanks.
And Neil, 30 seconds.
I'd like to expand upon Greg's point on talking about structural versus non-structural deficit, because I think that's a really important one to look at. Right now, I mean, that's something that's of interest to me as an urban planner, but especially in universities, we build and demolish infrastructure at a huge cost to the union and a huge cost to the university in order to accommodate the changing needs of the economy and of students. And I think that we really have to look at diverse ways of approaching this, like they've been talking about in University Affairs Magazine, president of Carleton University, and looking at...
Perfect, thank you, Neil. Craig, you have 30 seconds.
It seems odd to me that we have so many trained, smart people in this university, in this very room, and yet we can't find a way to utilize all of us. We can't find a way to utilize us in an economically productive fashion, you know, throughout the year, towards the university, towards, you know, the surrounding community. And I think that the best way to solve that is to start throwing out ideas out there through polling students.
Perfect, thank you, Greg.